Hi, welcome to my video. I'm Jennifer Roberts. You're catching me on my YouTube channel, Truedivine44. Thank you for catching me on here. I thank you for everybody who's subscribing, supporting and helping me grow. So I put out as much free content as I can. On a daily basis, I put out these energy readings. I work with energy, I work with tarot, so I combine the two to bring a narrative to you to help you guide your day, to make the most out of your day. Because it's general, take what resonates, leave the rest. It's to help you, it's just to guide you, so take what helps. So for the 3rd of September 2020, yesterday seemed pretty harsh. There was a lot of lessons that were deep seated in the heart chakra area that were going to be quite difficult for people to deal with, to process. And so today there's a progression of that, and so, but in a much lighter way. So people are obviously doing the work that they're being guided to do. So we've got this 2 of Cups. Now this was on the bottom of the deck yesterday. And this speaks to the balance within, this divine masculine, divine feminine balance within that we were talking about. This Kundalini energy source coming up into the higher zodiac sign, the Leo, enlightenment, fire, the sun, a balancing out from the within. And we spoke about how that would then reflect on the outside. To get to that state, it takes work. To get to that state, it takes quite a bit of work, a lot of inner work, especially to get the Kundalini to rise right up out of the top of the head and feel that ecstasy moment, to be self-sourcing energy that way. It takes practice, it takes work, it takes balance in your inner ground. And so the 10 of Wands comes out to clarify this 2 of Cups, to clarify the fact that, yeah, it's been hard work getting to this point, but it's been so worth it. You have so much to show for it, and that is going to start reflecting on the outside. It also does speak to when you thought you'd found somebody that was the soulmate, but then you reached that real high point of Kundalini awakening, the full rising of the Cobra energy within, you realize, damn, there's more. And so it does speak to a lot of people finding a certain energy that they can really trust, that they can really balance with, whether that's in a friendship or whether that's lovers. Regardless, there's real balance to be found in other people there, because other people are doing this work alongside you, which is a huge change and an awesome change, and a real positive change, you know, for the better. And so the next card being the 10 of Cups. And so this speaks to this bliss that is brought through this Kundalini energy, rising right up, this hard work that's being put in to get to that point. And this true alignment within yourself and the people around you, feeding off that energy that you're exuding, this happiness, this bliss that is around you as an individual and those around you in your family unit, in your friendship units. It speaks of achievement within this emotional realm, in the balancing of these emotions and the balancing of these 2 aspects of self, the divine feminine, divine masculine. It does speak to breakthroughs of relationships that have lasted this period and stayed the course. It does speak to there being a reason that they've done so, you know, that there's alignment here, there's a new bliss, there's a newness to it, there's a recharging to it. So the 10 of Cups is clarified by the 5 of Wands. And this is showing a bit of conflict. It's showing a bit of disruption. Not arguing in the sense of going to war like the 5 of Swords or the 7 of Swords, but tittle tattle, they would say here, you know, jeering at each other. And so when we're moving and leveling up, when we're ascending in any way, there are going to be those around us that want us to be in the place that they are more comfortable with us in. There are going to be people who want to pull us down to their level where they feel more comfortable with us there. And so it speaks of that not everything is rainbows and roses. Not everything is light, light, light. there is a variation in life. There is conflict in life, and some conflict is very necessary to clear the way, to clear the air, to stop something from going any further, or to continue something, push through with a passion that you know is right, even if everybody else is in your ear saying no, 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 no. And so it's to speak of, sometimes see a little bit of conflict in a different way, in a different light, in a different perspective. It also speaks to the very hopeful energy that is underlying at the minute, in that people aren't taking things lying down, and people are continuing to develop their powers, their inner wisdom, to find alignment and bliss, even when outside forces, i.e. collective stage, governments, churches, are trying to do their very best to cause discomfort, to cause division. People are finding a way to still be in alignment, to still be finding a new bliss, which is very good news. It's a real leveling up of the many. The third card being the Queen of Swords. She's popped out for quite a few of the private readings I've done over the last few days. And this speaks to, it's very important, all of this work that's been done with this emotional self, this divine masculine, divine feminine side, the divine self. That is very important. But this realization that a lot of you have had over this last week in particular, that actually it is okay to have people really disagree and still stay focused on our alignment. It is okay for other people to think we're a bit crazy because we're finding happiness during this time. That is okay. That seemingly small switch going off has a huge impact on this Queen of Swords energy. This ability to not be frightened off quite so easily, to speak in your truth, to not taking any shit, to being quite discerning and standoffish to an extent that it's your energy, you're going to protect it, and you're going to project your truth, you're going to let it out. It doesn't matter what discomfort it causes or conflict. Those people choose to be triggered or not that are listening, so, or they choose to listen or not. And so the Queen of Cups comes out with that. And again, I really feel that this speaks to this ongoing energy also, that has been a real divine feminine goddess awakening time, a real divine feminine goddess growth time. And so hooking into your truths and your intuition with this Queen of Cups is a powerful, powerful force to go forward with. But it's going forward with such a confidence, again, because the balance within has been worked on. It's been developed and expanded. And so from there, the reflection out is so powerful, so forceful, yet so subtle and beautiful. This divine feminine energy coming forward is so important right now. And that's within men and women, that intuitive side, that compassionate side, that nurturing side, coming out in both men and women. But many predominantly divine feminine energies have really been awoken during this time, really been risen by the masters. Well, it takes a very predominant divine masculine to be able to do that, whether you're male or female again. And so that has been happening, which is a beautiful and very necessary thing. The divine masculine and divine feminine, but in particular the divine feminine, has been attacked, greatly so, by organized religion, by politics, by the setup of these whole systems that Rome put in place. And so it's very important right now that this divine feminine energy work has been happening, continues and develops, because reawakening that energy really uplifts and supports automatically the divine feminine, divine masculine energy. The divine feminine energy holding that space and time for the divine masculine energy. And so the sequence that it's going in is very positive. And although there's a lot going on and a lot of distractions and a lot of frustrations, there's real beauty here that is powerful happening in a lot of people's lives. So the Six of Coins is on the bottom of the other deck, and that speaks of this new knowing, this new way of giving to those that need it, the sustenance, the pentacles, the shelters, the food. People have woken up to having to work together as a community, and that being a much safer option than relying on government that has proved time and time again to not really care. And so there's been a real awakening of what generosity is, what community is, what we actually all have a responsibility to do for each other and ourselves. And so that's another beautiful, very powerful thing, and really has been ushered in by this divine feminine energy, and then action being taken with this divine masculine energy, which is a real, it's awesome, because it's one of the base keys to unlocking the way that this system has been set up. It's one of the foundational stones to flip this script, flip this system, all of the systems that we live in, into a more ordered fashion, a fashion that makes sense, that would actually work for the collective. That would be a shocker. So the Four of Swords on the bottom of the other deck, and that speaks of always be taking this time out, because there's so much to do, so little time. We all feel that way very often. But the fact that all of the breakthrough that's happened in this reading today has come from you being brave enough to take time out to practice your Kundalini work, to practice your balancing, your grounding through meditation, through not actually seeing meditation as a much more powerful tool than it is quite nonchalantly mentioned, in that meditation is another cornerstone, another foundation stone, another key to unlocking so much that is within us. So it's not sitting doing nothing, it's actually very deep work. And so by doing this, you have started to reflect the outside reality in such a way that is full of alignment, full of bravery, full of intuition, and full of generosity and reciprocity. So from the base of this inner work, and taking the time to continue to do it, to really practice that Kundalini energy work, to really practice that balancing work and grounding work, is huge. It is another huge key that a lot of people are turning and leveling up with, and going on to the next stage of their journey on their soul's path. It's very exciting. It makes me feel very, very good. So if that resonates with you, awesome, good on you. We need you. I don't think there's much else to say other than that intuition is growing within people, and it's a beautiful thing to see. So with everything else that's going on, this is a positive day. Take it for everything you can. Much love, be balanced and be whole. Mwah.